These are the notes for inscribed angles. You also can search for inscribed angle other videos that aren't from me. The main thing you want to do is I'm going to use a highlighter, and you can use highlighters to do this, or at least trace with your pencil. You want to look for inscribed angles as they're angles that are on the back of the circle. So they're touching, the vertex is touching, and there's always a 2-to-1 relationship between the inscribed angle and the arc it intercepts. So my strategy is always extend the angle, and then you can see the 70-40, the 2-to-1 relationship. So we have some special cases like this where there's a diameter, and since you know the diameter is 180, then this angle is 90. So any inscribed angle goes through a diameter has a measure of 90. So they start out a little bit easier and work to more difficult. So again, this is a straightforward where you know that the inscribed is 32. They give you the exterior angle. Now you have one right here where we have a couple angles put together. And so if you use that strategy, it tells you what you need to add up. So I need to add the 60 plus the 128, and that's 188. Then this angle is going to be half of that, which is 94. Some more problems here. We get, there's just distractions here. That's what the highlighter helps you do, is to avoid the distractions. Want to extend, and I get 96. Now, the next part of this question could be, what's this arc over here? Well, these two angles add up to 1/8, or sorry, on this one, these two, we'd have to give it an extra value. If you knew you had something right here, you could piece it around, but you know there's going to be different things. So lots of different questions they could ask. Here we have several different angle measures. Think about what you're trying to find. There's my question mark. So I need to find this arc outside here. Well, I have these two arcs are 90. That means there has to be 360 in a circle. So this outside from here to here is the rest of the circle. Well, 360 minus 90 is 180. So that means this angle is 90 degrees. Which means you have a diameter there, but that's another question. Okay, so starting to look at some of these problems now, they go from pretty straightforward. Again, this is a straightforward one. That's 142, 2-to-1. This one doesn't have any markings on it, but it does go through a diameter. So the diameter is 180. That makes this 90. We have an inscribed angle right here, 90. Half of that's 45. Now there's not a question mark here. They're telling you the measure of arc TSR. So there's TSR. TSR runs through my 87-degree angle. So you're going to double that, and you get 174. Use your calculator if you want it. So all these are pretty straightforward here on the front side. When you get down to here, just some distractions on the picture. Half of that's going to be 40. When you get to the back of this paper, there are a few more problems that have algebra involved. So again, follow your same procedure. I know that's 45. So if I double that, I get this 11x plus 2. So 11x plus 2 equals 90. And you can solve for x. Over here, I extend 35 and I double it, that's 70. So these three, 70 plus 11x plus 6 plus 152, all the way around our circle. So they add up to 360. And solve from there. Things get a little more complicated here. This is where the tracing will help you, I think. Extend extend. Now the variable is on the angle. So this outside is 2 times this 6x minus 6. So it's 12x minus 12. And then if you trace the other way, out here, it's 2 times the 8x minus 10. So it's 16x minus 20. So from all the way around is our circle. So 16x minus 20 plus 12x minus 12 equals 360. This last one is just a triangle problem that all 3 angles in there add up to 180. They make a triangle. That's kind of review. I'm going to skip down to number 15. I think 14. Now we'll do 14. Extend your angle. This is 62. These 2 add up to 180. So 180 minus 62, 118. Now extend here. This arc is 90, which means this is 45. These 2 have to add up to 180 because that is a diameter going down the middle. On this problem, figuring out what you know, I'm going to extend this. So I know this is 180 because that's a right angle. 180, 120. I know that from here to here is 228. And I can work backwards to figure out what else I know. So if I know this part is 180 and I know this part's 228, I can subtract backwards. That means coming back this way, my goal is to find each of these arcs so I can subtract. So all from here to here is 120, and we got to add up to get all the way to here. It's 228, so that leaves us with 108. This is 180. That makes that 72. If you want, you could keep subtracting all the way around. Last one. Extend. Double. You get 112. These 2 add up to 180. That makes that arc 68.